It's very hard to say this, but I think to be an artist, you have to admit you're vulnerable sometimes, because you know what, humanity is more empathetic towards that. It's only when you photograph a body you realize how contested, how much influence you already have received. You don't even know how you judge a body. And it's the most brutal when you look at your own body. I was studying clinical medicine in Shanghai. That was the first time in my life that I had some freedom to do other things. So I tried to join the university's camera club to learn photography as a hobby. They didn't want to have me. I think the seed was planted before I was 12, when I saw some of the snapshots my dad took with automatic camera that he got from Japan. When I came to England, I was already 29 years old. There was this big question, okay, but what am I going to do there? So I thought about doing photography. It felt really mysterious at the time because I didn't know anyone who's a photographer. But I took it as a beginning of a new life. Photography is a way for me to learn about the world, but at the same time, it's also a way for me to know myself better. That's the hardest. My name Yan actually means rock in Chinese. My mother named me. She wanted me to be strong. There are a lot of things I did you wouldn't really do if you are full of common sense. I decided to embark on the hardest adventure of my life so far, to photograph. I did Mother River project, pure adventure photography. The Yangtze River is 6,211 kilometers long, traverses entire width of China from the center of Tibetan Plateau, 5,400 meters above the sea level, and it goes all the way to Shanghai. In a nutshell, I photograph the Yangtze River every 100 kilometers. I always think that's the start of quite a serious endeavor in photography. My current practice is a lot more fluid in terms of using a combination of, yes, systematic approach, very in-depth contextual research, but something that was in Mother River, but it was not quite developed, was a performative side, and now it's almost a core. One day I was walking to my rhododendron bush. I was thinking about the fact that rhododendrons are migrants, like me. And I started asking myself, I wonder how cultural migration looks like. You know, when a plant migrates, well, it's still that plant, you can see it. But I thought cultural migration might look a lot less obvious, more fluid. So I had this question, maybe I'll do this. Move one art piece from one context to another and see what happens. To Add a Meter to Anonymous Mountain is a quite iconic Chinese contemporary piece. A group of 10 very young Chinese artists piled their bodies on top of each other in front of a mountain. So they say, to add a meter to Anonymous Mountain. Absurd, but so intriguing. Why would they do that? I think we're all interested in bodies. We like it or we hate it, but we can't escape it. Everybody involved, obviously myself as well, felt so empowered. It's very, very strange. You feel so vulnerable, but so empowered at the same time. But the sense of connection between you and the land, and between you and the next person who you never met, but who is laying naked next to you. Wow. I have chosen the right thing for myself. The world doesn't need me to do it, but I need to. I feel more alive and I feel like a better person somehow, doing it. So